LV here with a DC Sports pickup video for you today. Some very cool cards in here, but also a little bit of frustration as well, which I will discuss why shortly. But before I start, I've been getting a lot of questions wondering how I feel about eBay's extended bidding for sports cards. It's in a trial phase right now, but I'm pretty sure they will implement it in the future. If anyone hasn't heard yet, eBay will be giving an extra 2 minutes, which I feel is too long, maybe just a minute max, to bid after an auction closes. So what is wrong with this as a potential buyer beyond the fact that items will sell for a little more? Well, it hurts buyers who use sniping services to bid at the last second for you. And you guys know me, that's literally what I've been doing for years. So yes, the change will affect me, and I don't prefer it because I literally put 400 snipes in daily on those lower end cards, which are impossible for me to be there for extended bidding on all those cards. It's just impossible. However, I do feel like this new change won't significantly impact lower end cards like the majority of the ones I bid on. Let's say the $1 to $20 cards. Most buyers aren't going to be there for the extra 2 minutes on those ones. Most will be like me and still put in a snipe, but nothing beyond that. So, like, if you win, you win. You lose, you lose. On the other side of the coin, the change will be good for sellers who sell auction style on eBay. So my seller side is okay with it. It's pretty happy. And I plan on consigning more with the big consignment sellers on eBay like Probstein or DC Sports, because they are high traffic sellers. More eyes mean more people bidding during those extended minutes. Honestly, I'm a pretty laid back guy. I'm not happy with the change, but really no big deal. It just means I'll adjust and I make things work successfully in a different way. So next up, my recent DC Sports order. I can't help but be frustrated. 2 of the bigger cards in my order were pretty bad, terrible condition. I'll preface this by saying DC Sports accepted my returns on the 2 items and are making it right, but honestly, this stuff should never happen, especially on the higher, to mid and raw cards. So I bought this Shea for $150 and this Griffey for $55. And the pics that were on the item listing, they just don't show the flaws that you are about to see. You can't see them in the pics. So there's no way of knowing as a buyer. And nothing in the description, right? I know DC Sports is listing 1 million cards, but they gotta do a quick scan of the card for creases or big dents, especially on the more expensive cards. They gotta be designated as damaged in the title. Trust me, I'm not expecting gem mint cards. Honestly, I'm happy with anything that would grade probably a 6 or higher. But when I get creased or dented cards that would grade 4s and 5s, that's where I have a problem. That's what gives me that kind of mad, icky feeling. Let's look at the Shea. So in the picture, all you saw was this, right? Looks great. But wait till you see this. It's just crazy. Look at that. I mean, that's a crescent dimple, which I hate already, but it's also like a dent inside of it. So that one's just a bummer, and that would grade a 4 or 5 with pretty much any grading company. It's just a bummer on that one. And then the Griffey looks okay, right? Front looks okay. You're gonna start seeing something right here, and then you flip it over and you see the crease. So it may not seem that bad for some people, but that's pretty bad. That knocks you all the way down to a 4. Any crease on a card, especially like that one, that one's pretty significant. You're just gonna get a 4. So disappointing there. I will get these shipped back out to DC Sports. So I believe the fault is on the person sending in their cards to DC. You can't just send in your damaged cards. This shouldn't be a dumping ground for you. Everyone just needs to be considerate and don't send DC your heavily flawed cards. And the fault is also on DC Sports. They need to designate accordingly while listing. Makes me very, very scared as a buyer to buy expensive raw cards on there going forward. All right, let's just get started. Lots of cool cards in this order. Probably 5 orders in one. Let's just do it. I hope some are gradable. All right, let's get started. Here they are in their stacks. This is the slabs I bought. This is the stack that I paid. Anything over $3. And this is the $1 to $3 range cards. So let's just get into it. Let's do the slabs first. There's some fun ones. I always like getting good deals. They resell really well on the slabs. All right, Brian Bosworth, iconic card. And the more I look over my older 1988 Topps cards in my gradable piles that I keep in boxes, the more I see that it's just so hard to get 10s. So I'm happy with this purchase at $82. Really hard to gem these 88 Topps. This is like an ultimate little victories purchase. You got Danielle Hunter, I think is going to be a future Hall of Famer, and he's still playing really well. He just got paid for the Texans, and it's 50 out of 50. So bookend, gold refractor. Love this rookie card. $52 on that one. And so I'm heavily invested in Trevor Story, so I watch the Boston Red Sox box score every night. And Trevor Story is having a heck of a June and July, so I'm very happy with that. Anyway, he's having a really good season for the Boston Red Sox. They're kind of on a roll right now. This was $8, Lucas Giolito, and then this one was $12 for the Gem 10 Leaf. Joel Embiid was $33. I think it's a steal. Just his stuff's really low right now. It's not a bad time to buy. So $33 on that. The Tim Tebow, you just don't see this card very often. At a 99, I imagine Tebow will have documentaries made about him in the future, and I think his cards will see a little spike here and there. So this was around $35 on this one. And the Madison out of 10, PSA 10, was $20 there. We got some Marvel Metal Silver Flasher for $6 for a mint 9. It's only $6. $8 for the DeJounte Murray. He should come back healthy. I can see this card selling for $25, you know, a 9.5. Only $8. These 88 Kenner starting lineups are so hard to get at least mint 9s or better, so I'm happy with this. The Mike Schmidt for $11 in an SGC 9. And then a jumbo card, got a 7. It was only $5. Only $5. I think it's a steal. Okay, let's... Oh, wait, we have more? Yeah, that was just half of that stack. Come on. We have an Otis Thorpe. This actually is rookie year 87. This was $5 for an 8. About $15 for a PSA 9 metal Tim Duncan rookie. These were just $4 or $5 on these SGC 9s. Dominique Wilkins and Worthy. You've heard me say this before, but I like it when cards are sharp. I don't mind if it's off center a little bit. It looks pretty clean for a 5 to me. So $89 on that. Montana rookie. $6 on the Greg Maddux. He's one of my favorite to watch pitch for sure. $6 on the 87. This card's gone down so much. This was around $19-20 for the 9.5 silver. Porzingis. This was only $12. Don't you hate when the BGS labels slip off? Happens a lot. It's kind of annoying. $12 on that one. The Flash. I like the way the Flash looks. I want to get a Jokic of the Flash. 75 Robin RC. I've always liked this card. Just spent around $35 on it. In a 5 CGC. Only $5 or $6 on the Mike Woodson. Look at that old label SGC. 8. $4 on the Klay Thompson. CSG. $4 seems cheap. I really like this card because the image is really cool. Paul George. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. Still playing. $27. I think that's a steal. 6 out of 10 for Paul George. All right, let's get into the little more expensive. So all these were over $4, I would say. I've always loved Ripken growing up, so the Iron Man himself, his rookie card, $10 on this one. It looks decent and clean, just a little off-centered. This Russell Wilson, cool card, and it's numbered out of 10, 3 of 10. $18 on that. Paid up a little bit on this because I like Star Rubies, I just always have, so it's out of 100. Steve Nash, $18 on that one. Looks fairly clean so far. Bryce Young, it was cheap. It was like 10 or 12 bucks. More Shays. I've been buying them. It's kind of the, I call it the Mahomes effect. After he won the Super Bowl, his silver prism, Mahomes, just went down. Yeah, it's crazy because they were just being flooded. Everyone was trying to sell them. That's what's happening to the Shea Silver right now. So I actually think it's a decent time to buy Shea Silvers. Anyway, I got 2 of them. The off-centered one, you can tell right there, was 130, and then this one was around 150. This might be my favorite purchase in the order. Look at that, an old school 1 of 1. You just don't see come by old school 1 of 1s. 2003. You got Dominic Davis. I think he goes by a different name now. Yeah, 1 of 1. $31. It was cheap. 33 maybe. This is a little bit bigger purchase. I feel good about it. I'm excited about it. About $82 on this, and it looks like it's still sealed, so hopefully not too much has happened already to it. I'm hoping that can gem. We'll see. Michael Dean Perry was $15 out of 10. The Mike Bibby. His Bibby market's pretty nice. It's about $19 for game worn patch auto. $19. About $20 on the Jeter. It's numbered out of 199. Justin Rose, I always buy his stuff every once in a while. He's gonna come around and win the Masters one year. $6. Mike Evans. This card I paid up on, but trust me, you do not see it very often. I think I bought it around $34. I didn't even care about the condition. I saw the corners were a little soft. It doesn't matter. This card you just don't see. It's numbered out of 96 for the orange. Really cool card there. Miles Turner, of course, he moved to the Bucks and numbered out of 25. $13 on the camo certified. $10 on the Vucevic out of 10. And another Ripken. Look at this. I love it when I see cards in like their original screw downs from the 80s. Makes me happy. This one was only $6, I think. So, can't wait to get it out, and we'll see. Let's keep cruising. $5 on the Middleton. I've had good luck grading these. This is only $13 for the 15,000 point club Jordan. I think that's a good deal. 23 on this Jordan, the SB All-Star die cut. Paid up because I'm an Oregon Ducks fan. Peyton Pritchard. It's a cool card. Number out of 10. I think I spent around 31. 6 on the Sidney Jones out of 10. Manny Machado, he's heating up. He's having a decent year out of 50. $5 on that. This might be actually one of my favorite purchases. Because behind Mike Evans, I still think he's the second best receiver. And, you know, and when Mike Evans is getting double teamed a lot, Baker's going to throw to Jalen McMillan a lot. So I imagine him having a good year. He had a decent freshman year. He really did, first year. So 1 of 1. $127. Let me know what you think. Think I got a deal? Good deal? It's tough. It's a 1 of 1. Darko was only $4. There's an error in the listing. It didn't even say Darko, but it pictured Darko. So if you're ever wondering, I received Darko, not the one in the title. I received the one pictured. So $4 on that. Take it. Steal of a deal. Paid up on the Siakam. He had an incredible year for the Pacers, and you're just not going to see this card very often. So got it for around 45, and it's a bookend 1 out of 15. $4 on the Gugliotta Atomic. 15 on the 2017 Brady Silver. I like this image. Dude, he's ripped. Look at Ray Lewis. 10 out of 10. That's also why I liked it, bookend. You know me. So this was around $31. Jaren Jackson. Him and Trae Young stuff are shilled like crazy every day on DC Sports. It's insane. So I don't know how I was lucky and won this one. $10 on this one. I'll take it. The Gronk was $4 out of 50. The Melo was around 10. Looks really centered. The Wade was around 11. Off center. 8 on the Devontae Adams rookie. I'm a fan of that. Chase Claypool. It's a 1 of 1, so I paid up a little bit. It was around $30. He still has maybe one more shot left in this league. In the NFL, we'll see. He says he's in shape, but I'm not sure if a team's picking him up. Christy Kerr, he's just kind of a golf WNBA, LPGA legend, I think. At least when I was watching golf, she was popular. $4. Jamin Davis, what a name. I don't know much about him. 1 of 1. Hopefully he's still playing on a team. It was only $20. 1 of 1 auto. DeMar DeRozan, I like this card a lot. 10 out of 10. Around $30 on that one, and around 9 on the Wilson Alvarez out of 100. And we're still going. There's a lot of orders. $9 on the Ryan Sandberg 83 Topps rookie. $5 on the Terrence Ross. I think he's a Portland, Oregon guy out of 10. And $8. I love these Marvel Metal Universe. I love the Barry Sanders one, but Elway's the second best player in that set. So $8. Paid up. It's another one of those things. I didn't see anything wrong, so hopefully, I haven't checked it out yet, the Rivera. I'm excited. I hope. I paid $66, so I'm paying like it's in good condition. Let's hope. Keenan Allen was about $15. I see something there, but this card you don't see very often. Out of 58, it's the black border parallel. This Carmelo was around 7. 5 for the Steve Francis out of 399. Gary Payton was around 12. The luminescent, I like these cards. And then around 13 for the Kobe Bryant rookie SB 96. Okay, let's quickly go over the $1, $2, $3 cards. I don't do much soccer, but I thought it was a cool image, and it was only $2 or $3. Numbered out of 50. I hope he's good. Who knows? This was an error in the listing. It didn't say gold, but if you know the set, this is the gold parallel. So Charles Barkley, these were hard to get. Scoot Henderson, Blazer fan, some Bam. This is a hollow. These Walter Paytons are really hard to find in good condition. They look clean, just a little bit off-center. If you can get them in 8s, they still sell well. Some Jordan. The Kyrie, what a deal. Cracked ice out of 23 for only $2 or $3. Kevin McCullough Jr. Don't be fooled by these. This is a facsimile auto. I was fooled, and that's why I only won it for $2. It's like, wow, I got a Yolanda Griffith auto for $2 now. Don't be fooled. That's a facsimile, but at least it's actual player-worn uniform in there. Buck on the Googly auto, a couple bucks. Maybe on the Leitner, Jamal Mashburn refractor. Evan White was only like $1. Elvin Hayes out of 50. Kawhi out of 50. It was only $2, I think. Howie Long rookie. All these were under 3. Julius Thomas, I believe he went to Portland State University. Out of 100 on the Baron Davis. Vooch out of 50. Troy Smith out of 99. His rookie year was 2007. Exquisite. 85 Oral Hershiser. Some AK-47 refractor. Steve Francis refractor. Levert. Bruce Smith, 86 rookie. 85 Topps Montana. Michael Finley's out of 499. De'Aaron Fox out of 50. Baker Elite 2018 rookie. Bruce Smith refractor. Jaylen Brown out of 50. Lock it up. Oh, that is horrendous. Look at that. It looks like a middle school uniform. Oh, terrible photoshopping, whatever. It's awful. And lock it up. Look at that design. It's terrible. More De'Aaron Fox, Giannis, some Cam color match. Probably out of 99. Corey Maggette. That's out of 99, isn't it? Wow, I got that for a steal. For under $3? What? I have to double check that. Siakam rookie mosaic. Chauncey out of 100. Go Ducks. LaMichael James out of 50 for like $1. Tyron Smith, future Hall of Famer, orange refractor. And then you'll see a lot of these. I liked them growing up. Players Club. They were hard to pull, the platinums. Sedale Threat and Jordan StarQuest. Some Sean Kemp. Towers of Power insert. I love that. Caspi. Out of 25, some Aaron Rodgers, some Isaiah Ryder. I liked Isaiah Ryder, watching him play. So Kevin Johnson refractor, Silver Surfer with the Fantastic Four movie coming out soon. I think that'll sell decent. Marquez, it's got to be low number, right? 75 out of 25. Danny Woodhead out of 10. Brandon Cooks out of 35. Don't know much about that tennis player, but at $3, $2, I don't know. Bo Nix color match in the Ducks uni. I like that. And then you got an Oregon State combo, Chad Johnson and Steven Jackson. Is that Steven Jackson's rookie year? Yeah, 2004. Chad Johnson's was 2001, but I'm sure they played together maybe on Ocho Cinco's senior year maybe. Aaron Rodgers. We got a Lord Jamal Murray for a couple bucks, rookie. Older John Daly card, that's cool. Some Boss, Barry Sanders, some more Platinums. You got Byron Russell, Sabalos, Ed O'Bannon, Tyus Edney, I like hearing the names. Anthony Mason, some Pooh Richardson, John Sally, some Ben Wallace out of $9.99, I believe. Yeah, it's just a base, but they were numbered that year. Patrick Peterson, some Tom Brady, 2009. Sandlot, one of my favorite sports movies. Tommy Timmons, Travis Kelce, 2017 Prism. You got Victor Krialpa, a Russian player, was really good over there in Russia, I believe. And then we got TJ McConnell, did well for the Pacers. That's numbered out of maybe 100. We got some Josh Howard, Trey Madden, Justice Jones, some Johnny Moore, Al Wood, Brian Dawkins out of 50, Mark Madsen, some fan favorite, right? Way off, Chris Bosh, Chrome rookie, Gold Bowman, Keem Olajuwon, David Tyree, the game-winning catch was incredible off the helmet. Al Harrington, those cards sell well. Johnny Damon, Jason Taylor, some Blazer cards. You got Zebo. Is that Sharif Rahim? No, Telfair. Who we got? Yeah, it is. Mock. Some Mickey Mantle playing a violin. Spencer Dinwiddie, Tracy McGrady, Patrick Willis out of $2.99 there. So, okay, now's where I shut off the camera and I will create stacks of which ones are gradable and ungradable. All right, here they are in their stacks. That one took a little bit longer, but I think I did really well. I'd say around 65% were gradable and around 35% weren't, and only a 2 that were pretty gnarly shape. So let's go ahead and go over quickly, because I don't want this video just to be too long, but I'll just show you a few. So all these just corner touches, you know, corner touches, stuff like that. Some back edge wear, off-centered. John Daly had some edge wear, stuff like that, indents, little corner wear, little indents on back, stuff like that. Nothing major. They look like 7s and 8s, and little edge wear, printing defects, you know, stuff like that. Back corner wear, thick card wear, all the normal stuff, off-centered, thick card wear. There you go. I mean, nothing major, but we get a few on the back that weren't that great, way off-centered on the Bruce Smith. The Kobe just has one little fingernail in down the back, a bummer. Some corner wear on the Jordan, just a little bit of surface scratches, off-centered on the Russell Wilson, good little corner ding up here. These ones I'm bummed about. I mean, this one's okay. It's just off-centered, so I can sell that one, but this one's just borderline. You see the, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's a minor, very minor. It doesn't go through the back, so I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what that one would grade. It's centered up. It's not enough to return, you know, not like the one you saw earlier in the video. Some pretty noticeable indents on the 101, but it's okay. It's a 101. Thick card wear, corner wear, you know, stuff like that. So these two are the only significant ones. I'd say the Keenan Allen's a bummer. Right there, see, that's pretty bad. It actually even goes into the back. See that? So, rough one on that. And then this one is just in gnarly shape. See all the surface scratches? Look at all that. It's just dirty. Ugh. That's okay. Not that expensive of a card. So, I'm excited to grade some of these down the road. Get over there. There's so many. Or you'll just see some of these in my store. It just depends whether I want to grade them with the players worth grading, stuff like that. But all these look like at least kind of mint 9s or better. So there's some fun ones that hopefully down the road PSA actually has a special, you know. Or down the road, you can grade these cards for around 15 bucks each. I would love that. Some of these, you know. That don't look like an 8, the Olajuwon. But yeah, I don't know. Fun cards. But it's like Josh Howard, I'm not going to grade that. So you'll just see that in my store. Some Kawhi. Yeah, all these look pretty good. The Paytons look like 8s, actually. And I'm telling you, I think 8s sell for around 40 bucks. Maybe 30. Double check that for the 84 Walter Payton. That looked like a 10, the Jordan. StarQuest. That make Eddie look like a 10. So really fun cards. I just wish I could grade them. I wish it was affordable to grade, you know? I have so much fun submitting cards. As long as it's a fair grader. That's a lot to ask, I know. But yeah, all these look pretty good. The Jeter looked like a potential 10, just one surface scratch and a little dirty and just needs a microfiber on it. Okay, but the Urgent Stack, the Jalen McMillan 1-1 looks like a 10. So you'll see this in future reveal. I think it's a Gem 10. I'm really excited. I bought that. The Darko looks like a 10. You'll be surprised that sells really well. And the Siakam looks like it has a 10 chance. So I'm really glad I paid up on the Siakam. The Ray Lewis, close top to bottom, but it's beautiful. It looks like a 10. The DeRozan looked like a 10. The Bijan looked like a 10. Very excited about that. That should be some good profit there. And that looked like a 9. The John Elway. I think a 9 sell for around 60. And the Mariano Rivera. Ooh, amazing. It has a 10 shot. So I'm really glad I paid 66 for that. I paid, won that auction. The Gary Payton, this style card, I just love grading. It looked like a potential 10. And the Pritchard looked great. So fun Urgent Stack. We will see in the slabs. I can just sell as is. As always, I appreciate you watching. That was a long DC video. And I'll be back with more reveals and good content, hopefully. All right. See you guys later.